Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, jumping on into the Crypto Lifer Show, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. And that is your time. Anyway, let's jump into Bitcoin. Let's see what we see in the markets. Let's get it down. Let's break it down with brass tacks. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. How was that Super Bowl for you? We streamed right through it into the night. We were able to kind of pick up what was happening. Called the bullish divergence for Bitcoin. The idea was it would push to the upside. We did get the probability that I decided would happen. But again, I didn't trade that because I don't like to trade Sunday nights into Monday morning. It's a highly volatile time, and the odds of you getting absolutely rocked and wrecked are very, very highly probable. So be careful on a Sunday nights into Monday morning. The Dow Futures getting pounded. Dow is down now hard, 300 points. Let's take a look at the Dow. Down 172 right now. As it's seeing some red, this Fed meeting is going to shake up the markets. This Fed meeting is going to shake up the markets. Bullish divergence for Aaron Donald. Shout out to Aaron Donald. So nice to see that dude do his thing. Good morning, Lifers. Nice setup, sir. Let's do this. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I got to thank you right off the bat. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Then I'm going to keep it moving. So last night we talked about this level here, rejection and a bounce. You can see we had a lot of resistance here. Should have acted as support, and it did. 41,600, we got a bounce. 41,700 area, we got the bounce. We came up. Why did I believe we were going to get a bounce? Well, falling wedges break up 68% of the time. All right? Cracking that 200-day moving average. The 1 hour is getting back to a golden cross. There's the 50 riding with the 200. About to cross it again. We're seeing a move up here on the average. We bounced off the average on the RSI. It's a great sign that the RSI wants to complete and continue on up. We are overbought on the stochastics RSI. We are overbought on the stochastics RSI. I repeat, we are overbought. Highly likely to come on back down and start to cool off now. And we got rejected by 42,841. That was the big deal. I wanted to see us get above that. Bulls need this level back. The Bulls absolutely need this level back. We can't get this level back. It's going to be a tough couple of weeks. So today's a big day for Bitcoin. Look, support, resistance. This has to break. The more we hit it, the more we should break. 1, 2, 3. Come on, baby. So 42,800 needs to break. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. However, I was a little worried about the 4 hour. Why? Well, I was waiting on this 4 hour to pump. It was kind of my saving grace. I was hoping that it could clear the air, right? So what you do is you set traps, set ideas, and you watch them play out. So my idea was that the 4 hour was going to push us at least above this resistance and back into the glory mode. You know, I'd like to see us back above 43,600. These are two levels to watch here. So you don't got to break it down. I mean, there's bigger areas, but right now this is where Bitcoin is. It breaks 41,006. It's highly likely going to 40,397, 40,400. It breaks to the upside. Look for it to go sideways, hopefully bounce again on 42.8 and come up to the upside and get back to that all-time, you know, that local high here. Not all-time high, but that local high at 45,800, right? So another thing I'm looking at is I don't want to see us ever break back into this long-term pattern that we were in. So we're fighting. So Bitcoin's fighting. It's got 1, 2, 3 levels of support before it would actually kind of free fall back into this pattern. So this is a big deal. And as everyone knows, I don't know if everyone realizes, but this is a big deal for the next few weeks, next few months, really, because whatever Bitcoin does right now is going to predict and kind of lay on the groundwork for the next few months. Literally, like, we break up above here, May or June could be nicer. We break down here, we could have a longer consolidation through March and April, and we won't be as high in the summer. So this is a big deal of where we're going to go, all right? Like, I never realized, but, you know, this 42,800 area is huge. That's why the market makers are playing with it so much, because they know if they let you above it, we could start seeing some signs of life. If they let us below it, we could start going back down, and it's kind of like a, you know, and they want you to long, they want you to short. They're going after it. They're going after it. We'll take a look at the Bookmap and the liquidity, too, as well. Love looking at Bookmap. Shout out to the people at Bookmap for reaching out to the Crypto Lifer. Much respect to Josh and the rep over there. Much respect to the people out there at Bookmark. Inverse Head and Shoulders. Love this place. Stack, I'm working on something. New name. New beginning. Shout out to Rodney Robinson, the real dad bod. Yeah, man, start your workout thing. Do your thing, man. Everybody has a business in their mind. Everyone is a business. Become a business. You are a business. Become a business. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Okay, so there's Bitcoin. And how did we have an idea that Bitcoin was going to pump to the upside? What made us see the idea? It was the bullish divergence. I teach divergence. I'm a divergence trader. It will separate you from the masses. Look, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up, and we would have a reversal to the upside. Big idea that we needed to break was this resistance at 42,000, and we did. We did. Now we're getting that rejection at 42.8, and we're kind of floating. So here's the deal. Squeezer tops are usually not a good look. When I see that much wickage on the top, it's not a good look. Let's look at the 15-minute. Okay. 15 minutes making a bit of a flag here. It has to keep this flag structured for us to stay bullish. So I project the flag. If the flag can stay in its structure and we can reset on the stochastics RSI, I'm the only guy putting alerts here on the stochastics. Nobody does that. It's my own unique system. It works really well. Check it out. So this could pump up to the upside here and get to 43,329. That's the measure move of the smaller flag if we can make it through. If this can kind of reset, the 1 hour can reset. Is that likely? No. I think it's more likely we come back to the downside, but we shall see. Maybe make a tiny little Bart Simpson here on the 7-minute Bart. But we'll see. You know, it's interesting. This wedge on the 7-minute does want to break out, has some signs of life here. So I don't want you to trade smaller time frames obsessively, but you can look at them to kind of get a sense of what's happening. Just like if you look at the heart, they would look at a smaller bypass artery or something like that to kind of see how everything's going. You don't just, when you look at the big picture and then you zoom into the microscopic little things that make up the big picture, right? It's like grains of sand make the whole beach, but it's all tiny little grains of sand. I zoom in. It's the Russian doll theory. I always talk about that. It's Russian dolls. You're in or you're out, Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. I'm going to have some lemon water. Start my morning. Happy Valentine's Day from Brazil. Life for you absolutely rock. Shout out to Lister333 for the $5. Much respect to you, man. Thank you so much. Market makers want retail to commit liquidity. Hence, drop 41K into 43K. On to trade when we have a price direction. Bookmap. Be boss. So we're looking at Bookmap here real quick for you. And you can see where the liquidity lies and what's going down if you can get a sense of what's happening. And so when we zoom in here and we look, you can see they got a bunch of liquidity up here, riding at 42,650. All right. Market is on fire right now. It's crazy. So many orders. We zoom in here. You can see, though, 42,800. A bounce. So it looks like we're going to get a bounce off 42,350. They may pull us down to this level here, where there's some buy orders here at 42,400. But then again, there's nothing down here. Nothing really. And it's suggesting, you can see some orders here at 40K. So some guy sitting here at 40K bar. He's like, no low, 38K, 37K, some even bars. And then we got some liquidity up here at 47,000, 45,000. All right. They want to sell. So they're trying to buy down here. Look, they're trying to buy 37, 30. Looks like they're trying to get down here. So you can see. So the market makers, they want to come down and they want to buy down on the lows. Wow, some fat orders down at 30K too. Look at that. A bunch of liquidity there. 500 Bitcoin down there. That's a huge order down at 30K. So these circles are like basically showing you who's buying and selling, the size of the volume of the order. So we're kind of stuck in this holding pattern. Looks like they're going to bring us down to 42.2 before anything else. That looks like the kind of more likely place we're headed in the liquidity map. All right. Send in some super chats for deep dives. MMM on the spread bet. If you're here right now, you're in the right place. Yeah. All right, so check it out. We had the bullish divergence, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up, and we would push to the upside. the bullish divergence would break us up to the upside and we would break up. So that's just the trade that we saw last night. I didn't trade it, but it was something that we looked at as a team, as a group, something that we, bang, bang, bang. All right, so the Dow's struggling. The Dow's going to struggle today, a lot of fear. However, Bitcoin's kind of in the holding pattern of itself. If inflation continues to go up, if today we find out that they have less, today what you're going to find out is that the Fed has no handle over inflation at all. I'm trying to explain this to you, and I've been explaining it to you for a long time. Most people don't think a guy in his basement can figure these things out. They think it has to be Ben Bernanke or some big world, guy who went to, UPenn or Wharton and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, these people have been trained by the same people. Same mentality. They need a new person to look at it. Look at math. Look at all the new things that happen in math. Like Isaac, I talk about Isaac Newton because he wasn't with, everyone was doing their thing and they were at the university and he went off on his own and started his own theories and they didn't like those theories. The mathematicians were like, that doesn't fit what we're all doing. But think about it. For something to change, someone has to do something that nobody else is doing. Right? So what if I see the market just slightly differently than these other big wigs and these billionaires and these guys that run Goldman Sachs, and I see something in the market that's completely different. And it's interesting. I see this. I see the Fed unable to control the interest rate. They can control the interest rate, but control inflation. Why? Because if they lower inflation, right? If they lower the interest rate, all right? If they lower the interest rate, more people will run into the stock market, right? But at the same time, they're going to create major inflation, right? The dollar will continue to lose value. If they raise the interest rate, they're not going to save the dollar either. They're going to crash the stock market, put the economy into panic. And really, the only thing here is you got to watch the movie Money Masters. Really, if you want to know what's happening right now, you have to watch the movie Money Masters, and you have to watch the 8-part series by Mike Maloney, The Hidden Secrets of Money. But if you watch those two digital things, those amazing pieces of media, they'll change your life forever. You'll never see things the same. It'd be a lot harder for people to lie to you for the rest of your life. You'd be like, no, I kind of see things for what they are now. I see things for what they are. Look, I get stepped way back. Hey. Does he have pants on? Saying to somebody the other day, I could make hundreds of thousands of dollars without putting on a pair of pants. I said, can you do that? No, that's my greatest accomplishment. I can make over $1 million a year without wearing pants. I could wear literally boxers with holes in them. I mean, in front of my kids, it would be wrong, and my wife, it would be disrespectful, so I wouldn't do that. But if I lived alone, which I don't see how I could love my life as much without my kids and my wife, so I wouldn't be me. But if I lived alone, I could make $1 million a year and not wear pants. Pretty legit. I think that's legit, right? I think that was really the goal here that I achieved, Anyway, so Bitcoin dominance took a beautiful dump to the downside. Look, shoulder, head into shoulder there, and dump. We were talking about this. Can we get the move? I pointed it out in the 4-hour yesterday. So look at dominance pushing to the downside. Can we get more downside? We do. However, when I looked at the daily for Bitcoin dominance, it's also overbought, showing signs that the Bitcoin dominance wants to go down a little bit. It's a great sign for the altcoins. However, you want to look at US Tether dominance as well when you look at that. If you look at this alone without looking at Tether dominance, you want to look at that on the daily. That also is kind of in the middle, is a holding pattern. And it's hitting a resistance, could come down. That's a sign that Bitcoin will pump. And the alts may have a little, that's a sign that Bitcoin could pump. Because if this dumps while Bitcoin dominance dumps, actually, let's go back to Bitcoin dominance. Let's break this down. If Bitcoin dominance wants to dump, it means the altcoins are going to go on a little bit of a rally, especially if Tether dominance wants to dump as well. Now, but it also means that Bitcoin could go on a little bit. It's interesting. This is interesting. We're in like a holding pattern here. So Bitcoin wants to give, when Bitcoin dumps, dominance usually pumps. So if dominance is dumping, it usually means that people are selling Bitcoin for altcoins. So, so if dominance is dumping and Tether is dumping, it means people are selling Tether for alts and Bitcoin for alts. So that's alt season. So are we setting up for an alt season? Are we in a rising wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the downside on Bitcoin dominance? Could be the case. Pretty sexy thing going on there, right? for the alts. So look out for the altcoins on the daily time frame, suggesting that this rising wedge could break to the downside, 68% chance. And if you also have tether dominance wanting to break down, that's a good sign. All right. I talked about this being an inverted head and shoulder. We could break to the upside. That's our saving grace. That's the pattern that we want. We're touching the 21-day moving average as well. It's a good sign. All right. Let me break it down. This is total, the entire market cap for cryptocurrency. We're going to give you the weekly real quick and show you the weekly levels to watch. So right off the bat, you can see this is my first weekly level. It's a zone. We don't want to break through the zone here at 1.39 and 1.28 trillion dollar bill. Sorry, I just had to do that. Now here you can see this is our next big zone. And we have resistance up here where we couldn't get through. And then again, like if we start, I hope not, but then we're talking this area is really all we have. And then you're talking a steep road down. All right. So these are your zones really you want to watch closely. All right. Very, very closely. Also, let's pull a Fibonacci on this idea. When you pull a fib, you want to zoom in. You want to really look at your impulse level. So I'm maximizing it at that level there. That's my impulse level of my zone. Maximizing meaning I'm going to take from there all the way to there. That's the whole zone I'm going to be getting into. Alt F is going to be your Fibonacci tool here. We're going to pull on that, and we're going to see where we're at. We're going to make our line here on the 0.5. We're going to make a line at the 382. You can see, and it coincides with my levels that we're talking about. And there's our golden pocket. So right now we're holding the 0.5 fib, which is actually a beautiful sign. And the weekly wants to push to the upside. We're also seeing hidden bullish divergence, swing up to swing up, and swing down to swing down. Tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. MACD wants to turn on us as well. So that's hidden bullish. The last time we saw it, we had a beautiful move to the upside. It played out very well. We were low in the Stokes. Stokes are pointing up. Look at that. Nice move on the weekly. We didn't get the weekly close we wanted. That candle was indecisive and just dirty. Dirty weekly candle for total. What is total? It's the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, just in case you didn't know. So zooming in and look at a total here. And I want to kind of shrink these ranges. I love this track. So again, and then what I like to do is I like to just get my price note and kind of hit that middle bottom area. So resistance at 1.89, 1.9 trillion. Like we really need to get above that zone. Okay. So our next level of really strong support is $1.62 trillion. We break that, we're talking about 1.24, which is also below the golden pocket of the fib. And if we break this, sorry. And then we're breaking a trillion. That's basically the $1 trillion level here, back to 969. So are levels to watch that I'm intrigued by, that I believe are going to be a big deal. Sad to say, we break $1 trillion. It looks like we're coming right back down to $500 billion pretty fast. So this is the weekly chart for all of cryptocurrency. You got to look at this every single day, and at least a couple times a week. I mean, you want to see what's going down, right? And you can see we're in this falling wedge that we definitely haven't broken out of yet. Even though Bitcoin may have broken out of it, this is not broken out yet. I have been showing this as a bit of a cup and handle. And again, if we can get our move, that's going to be your measured move from wick to wick. And that could position us back up to $3.57 trillion. But all eyes are falling on this area. So we're at a crucial level. Resistance, or we could come back. I mean, once we come back down, 168 needs to hold. And I'll be keeping you updated every single day on the live stream for these levels. All right. You can bail whenever you want, but the idea is to look at this stuff and make sure that you're looking at the entire market cap. All right. Shout out to everyone here on the live. 278 people on the live stream, 132 likes. I never really have to beg for the likes. Usually they come in pretty well, but I do have to remind people, if you're jogging right now outside, getting that, good exercise, stop for 1 second, hit the like button. Please, I really, really appreciate it. If you're in the car, please pull over for a second, hit the like button. If you're at the gym working out, just, get that last rep in, I know. And then hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're Farmer D working on the farm, pull your phone out. If you're a mechanic and your hands are greasy, whatever you're doing, wipe those hands off. Hit that like button for your dude. If your name is Mark and you work at a bike shop, hit that like button for the kid. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for being part of the Lifer live stream. So this is the total market cap from all of cryptocurrency. I hope you're staying motivated out there. I hope you're feeling good about yourself. Are you going to work out today? Put a 1 in the comment section if you worked out. Did you work out today, or are you planning on working out? I skipped my workout, but I'm going to work out at the end of the stream. Next, those new realty investors to buy the top for us. It's the sad truth. Grando seems to be a professional troll. Welcome, Felicia. Yeah, I don't look at the trolls anymore. They do not exist to me. They're on a lower frequency. When you're on a high frequency, it's hard to see people that are on a lower frequency. They just don't exist. Have you seen the FTX Super Bowl ad? Yes, I have. Much love from Kentucky. In a bear market, will ETH go to $1,400, sold to $10? Anything could happen, my friend. I like that you're prepared for the worst. Anything could happen. About to go on my run in the snow. Just be careful, man. Just be careful. I'm a steel rig worker. Pretty windy up here today. My dad was an iron worker. He worked high up on the iron, so I didn't do it. But he told me stories all day, and I'm not going to say I know what it's like at all. But I have the iron worker blood in me. A steel rig worker. Unbelievable. Shout out to GS, man. Pretty windy up there today. Yeah, I bet. So we're also going to take a look at the dollar index. We're going to take a look at the Dow Jones. What is the Dow doing? What do we see for the Dow? All right. So I had this cup and handle drawn for the Dow. Let's zoom into what I see happening. And look, we had the beautiful cup and handle. It kind of still is a handle, but you could say it definitely broke up and broke on out. All right. I'm going to zoom out and change my levels here. It's hard for me to delete, but it is what it is. It's not the best sign for the Dow Jones. Could this be a head? I mean, could this be a shoulder? Could that be a head? And could this be a right shoulder for the Dow? I mean, it is. It's not a good look at all. It's not a good look, right? There's your neckline. The Dow struggling right now and could show signs of a death blow. If you get a head and shoulder up here, that's no good. That's the Dow to 31,000. That would take a pounding, all right? Is that guaranteed to happen? Nothing's guaranteed, but I'm just showing you this is a shoulder head and a shoulder that breaks down 68% of the time. There's a 68% chance. And if the Dow dumps like that, you're going to see Bitcoin low. 30K, 25K, 29K. I mean, that will affect Bitcoin. So you got to watch the Dow every single day and kind of keep your levels watchful. Let's take a look at the daily for the Dow. Yeah, I mean, that's a confirmed head and shoulder, is it not? I mean, look at it. I mean, you can even say that's an ugly pattern, to say the least. Ugly. Like, do we have bearish divergence on the daily time frame? I mean, we really do. Look, swing up to swing up, and this is swinging to the downside. You got bearish divvy forming on the Dow. I mean, Bitcoin was in one of these things, and it tanked. I'm going to say, look, Bitcoin, the Dow was in this, and it did the bearish retest. This is what's happening. Oh, my God. Like, this is no good. Look. So Dow Jones Industrial, the daily time frame wants to dump on you, so the Stokes are pointing down. Wow, I would begin to short this market. I'd get on the VIX real quick because, woof. Show me the charts and I'll show you the news. I was acting bullish for a while. The chart was looking bullish on the Dow. Daily wants to push to the downside right now. And look, so we were in this pattern. This is a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. 68% of the time, you're going to see a nasty move down. You could try to put it in this. It's in a bugle, the megaphone. I guess, try to be safe. But to me, there is this idea that this was it. And we broke this trend and we did a bearish retest. Tried to get back in the pattern and fell back out. Wow. That's some scariness for the Dow, I have to be honest. And that could affect Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin's high enough on the overbought on the daily time frame. About to come to the downside. Shout out to 300 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Just need 300 likes. Why do you need to hit the like button? Let me explain. You're a retail trader like me. All right? You're not a market maker. You're not a big boy. Even if you have 10 Bitcoin. Even if you have 100 Bitcoin, you're still not a whale. All right, you might think you're the ish, and you might feel great about it, and I'm 100% for you, and I'm happy for you. But trust me, you're not a whale. So you're retail like all of us. When more people hit this stream, like if someone just watching, say someone comes to YouTube today and they don't want to watch crypto, but they see a guy with the blonde hair, the good voice, and they're like, what's going on here? And I pull them on in because they're like, he sounds a lot like the football game last night. I think I just got to listen to this guy. He's got that radio voice. So I'm just saying. So say we pull some random people in. You hit that like button, you're going to help more people come into the live. You're going to change the algorithm, and you're going to help more people come in. Then more people are going to buy the coins you buy. Retail is going to have more power. It's going to help you move the market your way. So by hitting the like button, you help all of your own positions move. In my humble opinion, it's a selfish thing to do for you. Hit the like button. It helps your life. It's a very selfish thing to do. It helps me, but it also helps your life in a major way. So hit that like button. Do the right thing. And again, I'm not trying to mind F you. If you think about it logically, hitting the like button actually helps you as much as it helps me. So there it is. Can't wait for the beginner's course tomorrow. Shout out to Crypto Sam. Yes, and tomorrow I have a beginner's course where I break down the magic of the charts. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. But yeah, magic of the charts, beginner's course tomorrow. Jump on in every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Catch me live with you, private, nice private session. It's through a Zoom link, and I'll be here ready to go. Keeping it real with you guys 110%. I teach you everything you need to know. What is the MACD, the moving average convergence and divergence? How to use it in conjunction with the moving averages. What the stochastics RSI is, what the RSI is. All these amazing indicators that I use, and what divergence is, Fibonacci, and more. Come on into the class. For $100, you won't find a better way to invest in yourself. I'll see you there. Okay, so the Dow Jones. Why am I looking at the Dow? Why is it so important? Because it affects every market. So you can clearly see we got a zone of resistance here. Resistance. We couldn't get above it there. It's a zone, see? We tried to get above it here. We got rejected. Can we double bottom now? Can we double bottom? Let's take a look at the 4-hour for the Dow Jones. It is extremely oversold. Wants to reverse. Look at that M pattern. M. Stay away from M's. Looks a lot like Bitcoin, doesn't it? Bitcoin was in the M and came down. See how they're correlated in some shape or form. The 1-hour pushing to the downside as well, wanting to reverse. After such a red day, it's almost like they priced in what the Fed's going to do. Nobody knows what the Fed's going to do. The Fed secret private meetings. Oh my God. Lots of news to talk about on my channel today. Check me out, fam. Shout out to Crypto Muser. He's going to have an amazing video out later on today. Check out Crypto Muser. He's going to break it down too as well. Awesome content at Crypto Muser's channel. A caveat to this channel in a way. If you like the information you're getting here, you're going to love the information over at the Crypto Muser's YouTube channel. Check him out. Follow him. Please give him a like, give him a follow, give him a subscribe. Hit that bell for notification. You can find out when he posts his next video. And he's going to be on the live stream with me throughout the next few weeks too as well, and for my lifetime. So catch him on the live too as well. Liquidity still holding. Bitcoin sitting in between these areas. You can see the market makers got us trapped between 42.25 and 42.65. They got us trapped. See that? They spoof orders, but they got us in the zone. We won't be able to really get in or out of this zone. I mean, they got us mapped out. So highly likely we get a bounce off 42,250. They're going to try to fill these orders at 42,250 and 42,200. Then bounces back up here. But they're going to try to sell that order at 42.65 or maybe even 42.95. So they got plans. You can see the market makers' plans right here on Bookmap. This is liquidity. This is what they're doing. Nice sell there, but they're starting to buy up the green here. Look, this is a falling wedge that's breaking out. You can see falling wedge breaking to the upside. And I was playing this the other day. I was looking at the idea that it was an inverted head and shoulder. See, look at it. Shoulder, head, shoulder. There's your neckline, and we did break out. You can see the patterns here, just like you can see them on the chart. It's insane. Look, there's my trend line, right? And there's the falling wedge. Should break to the upside. Bang, 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 bang. There's Bookmap and the liquidity. Shout out to everyone here doing their thing. Gave you a big shout out on my last video. Wouldn't be here without you, Sam. Much love. Shout out to Crypto Muser. Thank you so much, man. Have you tried cucumber water? It's full of electrolytes. Tastes good also. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, I've done some cucumber water in my lifetime. I like the lemon water, though. I like getting that alkaline nature. Really important for me for the pineal gland. All right. So the Dow needs to break out of this falling wedge and really get some stability here. Get a bounce off this support zone and get back above. Where does the Dow need to get back above? I need to see the Dow break back above 35,853. If it doesn't do that, we could expect another rejection point, and this could be an ugly move for the Dow, so watch out. All right? Also, I am stressing this idea that this rising wedge may have been a bearish retest to the downside. Measured move would be all the way back here to 31,000. If they come out with some really crazy news, like they're going to, if they come out and they say they're going to raise the, see, this is what they're going to do. I'm telling you right now, they have two options. The first option is to do absolutely nothing, which is bearish because it makes everyone realize that they've lost control. They don't want people to think they've lost control, although they've lost control a long time ago. They never really truly had control. Their system was eventually going to collapse. Mike Maloney will explain this to you. I will explain it to you. I will break it down. So this is what you're seeing. This is what happens when you print money and you give your powers to a world bank, all right, that thinks they can continue to lie to the people. This is deception. Deception never wins, right? Think of all the people you knew that lied to everyone they knew. Eventually, everyone figured it out, and they had no friends. They became alone. Like, deception never wins. Living an ugly life makes, it drains you of everything. You end up with nothing. So remember, I love Mike Maloney. Shout out to Club Casino. I love you for saying that. You know exactly what you're talking about. He is rolling in his grave. Shout out to Preston Collins. Yeah, like Woodrow Wilson, who sold us to the banking system. Like, how dare he? Thomas Jefferson and Abraham Lincoln did everything they could to save us. They were great men. They were both great men. They did everything they could to save us from the banking system. Lifer is the absolute best teacher I've ever had. Definitely breaks it down like no one else. Shout out to Crypto Muser. Well, you've been one of the greatest friends I've ever had, man. So I love you, man. Much love to you and yours. So the Dow Jones needs to break to the upside. We're extremely oversold. There's a 68% chance that we start moving to the upside. Maybe we close the day even or green. There's a chance we close the day even or green. This is setting up that we're going to get a bounce. The Fed's going to come out with some news, and we're going to get a bounce. So here's the hypothetical idea. All right. Let me go to my drawing board here. So the Dow raises rates. What does that do? It means if you're in your savings account, you get more money in your savings. So if you have a savings account, you get more interest rate back in. However, who in America owns a savings account? Nobody. Nobody owns a savings account because everyone's been pouring their money into the stock market because stocks have been moving so much better. They've also been advertising it so much harder on YouTube, on all these places. Robinhood, all these apps are making it very easy for retail to get on in, right? They're getting wrecked though, right? And they're having a hard, they're finding out that it's not that easy to invest. They try to push you to investing, but you got to figure it out. Thank God I started a long time ago. So the earlier you get into this game, the harder it will be for the market maker to manipulate you, okay? So now look, what we're doing is, so they raise the interest rates, which is supposed to help the people, but it doesn't do a dang thing because no one has money in the bank, in the savings account. Now, when you had a lot of money in savings and you raise the interest rate, it does good things because it puts more money back into the savers. They spend a little more money in it, stimulates the economy. However, when you don't have any savings because you've been printing money to zero, and when if someone didn't have a savings, but you printed so much money that their $10,000 a few years ago is probably only like $6,000 or $5,000. I mean, this weekend I spent the most for a tank of gas that I ever spent in my entire life. It was the most expensive tank of gas I ever filled up in my life. I almost went for 93 and I went to 89. And I spent the 93 was $4.44 a gallon, almost $5 a gallon for gas. I looked at it, I was like, dude, if I do 15 gallons, I was like, I'm talking $75 a tank of gas. $75 for a tank of gas. Let's say that again. $75. When I moved here 2 years ago, I remember gas was $1.20. It was the cheapest. How crazy is this? In the last 2 years, I paid the cheapest I ever paid for a tank of gas in my life, and I paid the most expensive that I've ever paid for in the last 2 years. So crazy. Remember how when gas went super low, we had reserves. I don't know what happened. I guess there was someone in office and for whatever reason, I don't know who it was, but for whatever reason, it seemed to be that we had way more gas and the gas was cheaper. Now that we have new people in office now and gas is just out of control. I don't know what happened. I don't care about either one of them. I just want them to, come on, man, use the reserves in America. America should have its own, should be using as much of its own natural, underneath Alaska, I heard that America, we have more oil reserves than the entire world. I watched this guy break it down. They think it's Saudi Arabia. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Texas, man, We got oil for days still. We haven't tapped into like not 10% of our oil reserve. I'm telling you right now, we don't need to be outsourcing oil. It's insane. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but Sam Price for president, man. I will save this country. I'm telling you right now, if you make me the president, I'll work every single day for every single person. I will bust my butt. I'll have a camera on me at all times. Like, you'll just see everything I'm doing. I won't waste any time. I'll be 100% transparent. I'll put myself on the blockchain, for crying out loud, for the whole time that the American people are freaking supporting me. There needs to be more transparency. Presidents need to work harder. They're not working hard enough, in my humble opinion. Blockchain party, baby. Blockchain party. We coming. We going to change the world. We're going to change the world. I'm telling you right now. We're going to change the world. Bitcoin is the new colonial script. Yep. Script with no T, though. Script. PP. Colonial script. But you got it, man. Bitcoin is the new colonial script. Google colonial script, early American currency. Colonial script was the first currency, one of the first currencies we had after the continental dollar. Okay? And it was amazing. All right? It worked really well. All right? Fine. I want to get here. Look, colonial script with one P, actually. 1P. Colonial script. The greatest opportunity of the decade awaits. At Colonial Script, we understand the markets are a lot like, they call themselves Colonial Script. That means these guys know what's going on too. The company called Colonial Script. But check it out. Friends of the American Revolution. Colonial Script was a paper. It was not backed by gold or silver, and therefore the colonials could control its purchasing power. This is a revolutionary concept in economics because the conventional European mercantilist system of money required governments to borrow from banks and pay interest to those loans, as the gold and silver were the only regarded forms of money. This is known as the debt-based money system, where banknotes are bills of debt. Colonial script, however, were bills of credit, credited by the government, based on the credit of that government, and this meant that there was no interest to pay for the introduction of money. This went a considerable way towards defraying the expense of the colonial governments and in maintaining prosperity. So when the government created 12 million, they didn't take 12 million from the banks. You get it? So, again, don't make it political. Don't make it political. I don't care who's in office. All I know is that we need our reserves. It's good to have reserves in office. Don't make this political, please. If you say anything about any single person, you will be removed. I didn't say either name of either people. We're starting a blockchain party, a new party. If you like either party right now, to me, we're in the age of Aquarius. We're starting new parties, new ages, new things. The old system will crumble underneath the frequency of the new. The love will be so high. The positivity energy will be so strong that if you're not on that frequency, you will be you will fall to the wayside. If you are not aligned to help others, if you don't care about the rest of the world, if your life is all about you, you will just fall to the wayside. The energy is coming. Get aligned. Get ready to learn how to love. Learn how to be there for other people. Learn how to change your life for others. Learn how to be there for others. If we all did something for everyone else, this world would be an amazing place. If every single person did something for somebody else, this world would be an amazing place. I'm telling you right now, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to change this world. I'm trying to change this movement. I'm trying to create love. Love and positivity. Love and positivity. Love and positivity. If you can do something for somebody else, do it. Yesterday, I saw my neighbor. I saw that she had her car started. She lives on her own. She's a 5'3" lady. She's a sweetheart. What did I do? I went and I wiped off her car. Not a big deal. It took me 5-10 minutes, probably less, 7 minutes, I think. I cleaned all the snow off her car. So when she got out, she didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do it, but I saw her brake lights were on. I said, man, it'd be pretty cool if I did that for her, taking that kid into that park, it's like, he may have never got on that ride. That lady was struggling. It's like you do things for other people because it makes you feel good about yourself. It's the greatest form of self-esteem you could ever build. If you're having trouble, if you're struggling, you're depressed, start doing something for somebody else. Dedicate yourself to someone else. Your life will never be the same. I dedicate myself to all my lifers and everyone here on this live stream, right? Every single day we show up, showing you the markets, no matter what. So let's take a look at total, the entire market cap like we looked at before. And again, we got to get back above this region. Big deal. That's what we're looking at here on the 3-day chart. Another thing that I don't like is the 3-day came up and it's curving down on all these time frames. And the 3-day means it's not a good sign. I wanted the 3-day to stay up here and kind of do some love, like, you know, do something crazy, but we're curving down. If the 3-day curves back down, look for more downside. Also, though, it looks like we could see it based on what we're seeing on the Dow Jones Industrial as well. So if we get rejected here by 2 trillion one more time, or we don't even get back above it, we could see some more downside. I mean, we're hitting the top of this channel, suggests that we will come back down. That 3-day is bearish right now on the total market cap. Bitcoin holding 42.5, and again, like I showed you, the liquidity they have us in a holding pattern. So it's easy to see what we're doing if you can just look at Bookmap. You can see they got us in here. They got us in the zone. All right. They're going to bring the liquidity right here, right? The 42,500 area. But look, they're trapping us in the order book. You can see it. You can see it right there. They're just keeping it tight. See that? And now look, Bitcoin's forming a flag. Let's go into the smaller time frames for Bitcoin and see what we see happening on the 1 hour. Okay. 1 hour suggests that we go to the downside for the next few hours. So it's not the best sign. Okay. I mean, you got tweezer tops. That's when you sell down into wicks, it's not a good look. And you're extremely overbought on the 1 hour time frame. Highly likely we reset here to the downside. Highly likely we reset to the downside. Why is that not giving me my pain? Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. And we got rejected by this high point. Rejection. I mean, when you can't get above previous resistance, look for the downside. Also, this is now a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time to the measured move. Right? We shorted this rising wedge not too long ago, remember? It was the same scenario. Bang. So short in this puppy is the next idea here. All right. Okay. So a rising wedge, 68% chance of a break to the downside. 4 hour has momentum. It's not over yet. It did push up, right? That's a good sign. If you look at the 4 hour, we had a strong candle, all right? And it's actually pushing up. Again, 4 hour gets a candle close above there. It's all right. But again, like, my humble opinion, let me look at this on a clear chart for you. I just delete everything. We just want to look at just this zone. We went through all the big zones, so we don't need to go through much, but let's just look at this small picture here. This is what we're looking at. We've been caught up in this tight area. So in my opinion, this 4 hour, if it really wants to move, right, it's got to get above here. We got to get a candle close here, you know, or at least above this zone. But that's even weak to me. You know. All right. To me, we like fell out, broke back in the pattern. Now we're trying to break out again on the 4 hour. Now anything could happen. And the momentum is still, you know, we're getting a MACD cross. Momentum is happening here. And we could push up and then do some crazy stuff here. But again, like, the bulls got to show me something. Bitcoin's got to get back above 42,600 for me to take it seriously at all. And right now I'm bearish on the 1 hour. 1 hour wants to come on down. So we shall see. We shall see. We're getting a push up right now, though. Look at that wick buy up. The 15-minute flipping on us. 15-minute showing some signs of life. It's a tiny little cup and handle. Look. It took that long for me to make a cup and handle. Semi cup and heady. And just a little tiny cup and handle that says you'll get up here. Go to the 7-minute, you'll see it's pretty apparent. Yeah, it's not perfect, but rising wedges break to the upside. That could be a retest, right? But they got us trapped on the liquidity. Remember that, all right? Get us back up to 42.8, but it's just like, We're trapped in a zone right now, holding pattern right now. Everyone's waiting to see what's going to happen with the Fed. What is the Fed going to say? And that's really what it comes down to. What is the Fed going to say? And my stuff's always messy because I go in on the 7 minute. I give you charts of the 7 minute, but then I zoom out. You can't. It's hard to keep all the time frames kind of together. That's why I keep different charts, and I do like the daily on one, the weekly on another, the 7 minute on another. Busy working on a eulogy I have to recite tomorrow. But just turn on the TV and see 365 viewers, 360 sound better to me. Plus, smash that like button. Shout out to Robert Cox, man. I appreciate you, Robert. Shout out to everything you've been through, man. We support you, brother. So, yeah. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 389 people. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. If you're loving the channel, if you're loving the vibes, if you're liking the feeling, this channel is about feeling good, about keeping you motivated, about keeping you happy. If you were down in a rut, you're with the crypto lifer now, you realize that life ain't that bad. If this guy can be that happy, then you can be that happy. If I can realize how special my life is, then you can realize how special your life is. We're all in this together. We're all in this same crazy place, on this same crazy universe, spinning on this globe, trying to get a sense of where we're going in this life. Nobody knows exactly what's right or wrong. All you can do is choose love and be good to people. And again, at the end of the day, if you choose love and you're good to people, you're going to have a beautiful life. Like you really are. Like if you stay positive, if you keep pushing forward, and if you believe in yourself, I'm telling you right now, nothing can stop you. Nothing can stop you. I do want to caution that this looks like also a bear rectangle to me. That could break to the downside. See that? Just looking at it. If I flip it upside down, measured move 39K. So I'm not 100% of a bear right now. We're going to have to break this level and that level. But we break 41.9. We're going to come to 41.2. And then we're going to gap right back down to 39K. All right. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. If I believe we've kind of gone over it in thoroughly. We've gone over it total thoroughly, which is the entire market cap of all of cryptocurrency, and explain why it's so important. One last thing. Let's get back to Bitcoin. One last thing we got to discuss and talk about. If you're new to the channel, we got to get to that 4 hour, and we got to talk about the golden cross that has occurred here, right there. The 50-day crossing the 200-day moving average. It's a beautiful sign. All right, it's a good thing. The last few times we've seen that, it's been amazing, but we do not want to see price get below the 200. And we don't want to see the 50 cross the 200 again. So that needs to maintain. Price needs to stay above this yellow line. If price breaks below this yellow line, that's a negated lack of momentum with a beautiful golden cross, and that's going to be some trouble. All right, that's going to be some trouble. All right. The Dow Jones still struggling here, down 344 points. However, the 1 hour. Yeah, the 1 hour, the 15 minute suggests you're going to get a punch. So show me the chart, show me the news. I guess the Dow, right? Watch this. The technical analysis suggests that the Fed's going to come out and they're going to say that they're not going to be able to do a damn thing. They're going to just, telling you right now, if they raise interest rates, they're going to crash the stock market. They're going to hurt a lot of people because no one has any savings. They're going to take a lot of money from the regular people, and no one's going to have any money to spend anything. All right? And you're going to see the economy take a beat down. No one's going to buy TVs. No one's going to buy a damn thing. All right? If they raise the interest rates, they're going to absolutely crash the stock market, and nobody has a savings right now, so it doesn't help the savings account. Everyone's in the stock market. It's going to rock everybody. And everyone know what they did with their stimulus checks? They put them in the stock market. So that's just going to wipe out the stimulus checks. So then everything that Joe Biden just printed, zero. You get it? You see what I'm saying? Everyone put those stimulus checks into the market, the stock market, not crypto, because they weren't really into crypto. They were kind of the sheeples. Hopefully some smart people did put it into crypto, but not everybody. Now, so if they raise rates, they're going to completely demolish the stock market. Everyone's money's in there, and they're going to take the economy to zero. Really, no lie. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. They're acting like they have a chance. Like they want you to think that they have the power to raise the rates. They want you to think that. They do not. I've been studying this for a long time. I'm telling you. I could walk circles around the owners of the Fed, man. So check it out. So now they're going to be, okay, so we lower interest rates like they've been doing. So they can print more money and prop up the stock market. They do that. They create hyperinflation. The dollar goes to zero, and the average person can't spend anything. What is the solution? The solution is to make Bitcoin the reserve currency of the entire country immediately. Why? Because then we won't be on the gold standard. We can stop borrowing money from other countries, right? We can take whatever we have right now and buy Bitcoin with it, okay? We can take all our money right now and buy Bitcoin with it, right? When Bitcoin goes up to $1 million, we can pay off the debtors, actually get out of debt for the first time in our lives because we won't be borrowing the money that we pay the debt off with. How do you pay debt off when you keep borrowing the same money to pay the debt off, guys? Think about it. The Federal Reserve is a private entity that lets us borrow money from them. We owe them money. How the heck do you pay a debt off when you borrow money from the people that you pay the debt off from? It doesn't make sense, my friends. It's borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. It doesn't work. It's a Ponzi scheme. Like, we live in a Ponzi scheme. Like, don't freaking think we don't. Like, get your mind straight. How do they make money? They sell bonds. They sell bonds to the big banks. The banks then sell the bonds to the Federal Reserve at a profit. So what happens? Currency ends up stacking at the United States Treasury, right? And bonds up getting stacked up at the Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve just sitting on a bunch of government bonds. Doesn't mean a damn thing. I'm telling you right now. And who pays for that? Sam, that news is from 2018 Gene Summit, north side of the debt using Bitcoin liquidity. I don't know what these dudes saying. What are you talking about, man? I'm not talking about news. I'm talking about my life. Anyway, Prestons, man, sometimes you come out of left field, man. I love you, bro. But I have no idea what you're saying sometimes. I really don't. So they essentially use fear to artificially deflate the prices of assets. I sold my home, bought a new one, and put the leftover in crypto. Guys, we're in a really lucky situation. We most likely will have some time to buy some crypto at lower prices. Go stack some cash and buy Bitcoin. At this point, I would be stacking as much cash as possible. Actually, we're borrowing from Peter to pay Peter. Yeah, exactly. We're not even borrowing from Peter to pay Peter. Yeah, we're borrowing from Peter to pay Peter. It's exactly what we're doing. I love that you actually changed that because when I said that, you're right. There will be hikes for sure, but most likely the hikes will not be as bad as feared. At the banks, they're only there to pay bills. The rest of the cash goes to crypto. Exactly. Shout out to 400 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Send in a super chat. We usually get to $100 in super chats. Right now we're at 10 beans. Small super chat day compared to an average day on the channel. I don't mind. I'm super appreciative of every single super chat that I get. Much love and respect. But yeah, we are going world markets today, and everyone's giving me that respect, right? They're like, all right, the guy's doing his thing. He's going to the Dow Jones. He's going over the dollar index. Let's take a look at the dollar, see what's happening with the dollar right now today as well. Very curious to see. So we had it in this beautiful wedge that would pump to the upside on the daily time frame, and it does want to pump. The dollar showing signs of life. If the dollar pumps, what does that mean? That means that they're going to actually raise interest rates, right? That'll strengthen the dollar. They raise interest rates, right? That'll strengthen the dollar. They're not going to tell you that they're actually going to take money out of circulation or into circulation. Are they playing with circulation? Why do you think you can't get coins recently? Where are the coins? What's going on? It's kind of weird, right? This is a bit of a double bottom here as well. So we faked out, broke back into the pattern, broke back in. Now you could also diamond this. You could also put this in a diamond pattern. Understand what the diamond is. If it breaks to the downside, if it breaks in, usually it breaks to the downside like so. That's the diamond. However, it doesn't have to do that, and anything is possible. But we do have a reversal diamond possibly on the top here. Where do we go? Can we get up and get rejected? So the dollar pushing up. Not a good sign for Bitcoin as the dollar wants to push and Bitcoin wants to dump. And what you want to do is you want to look at these two charts. You want to split them. You want to put Bitcoin on one side. You want to put the dollar on the other. And that's really going to break it down for you. So when you're in fear or you can't figure out what's happening, you take a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame. And look, Bitcoin wants to kind of come down here. It is curving though. Look at that. See that curve? That's interesting. And the daily just caught itself right there, 42,600. That's very interesting. I'll be honest, like, the charts are showing bearishness. There's a lot of iffy and fear. My instincts, I don't want to say anything, but because it's not what I think, but my instincts are telling me that Bitcoin's going to do some crazy pump. It's going to pump crazy. Like, it's going to finally decouple, and people are going to realize that, like, you can't be in the Bitcoin and the dollar at the same time. Like, and you got to choose one. And at one point, one's going to be just a better look. So my instincts, if I had to trust my instincts and my instincts alone, I would say that Bitcoin's going up. But again, at the same time, that's I don't trade on instincts. I trade on what the charts say. The charts say we're going to have a bit of a trouble here. Bitcoin comes back down to maybe 36K, 35K. We get a bounce. We bottom out, right? There's strong support there, very strong support, and we could free fall easily. The dollar pumps a little bit. They even out, right? So this comes up, but then dumps back down. This dumps down, but dumps back up. And we bounce off 36K, and then we make our move. Then the daily's oversold. Now, what I keep looking at is this weekly for Bitcoin. The weekly chart looking beautiful, turning bullish. We want this weekly, and now look, the weekly candle turning green. Make it a bullish engulfing candle, please. Eat that candle alive. Fill out that wick. If this weekly candle closes above 45,655, we're in good shape. We're in good shape. So zoom out. Don't spend too much time in the smaller time frames. I'm out there on the weekly, right? However, there is something to watch here. The dollar does want to pump here. To the upside, measure move would be to 98 for the dollar. A lot of craziness going on. All right, so the Fed meeting. Now let's pop into the alts. It's alt season, baby. Now, it's not alt season, but let's talk about the alts. We went over the Dow Jones total. We went over Bitcoin dominance, U.S. Tether dominance. We went over the dollar index and Bitcoin in a nutshell, right? Look, even this wants to come on down too. So you can see we are kind of, but Bitcoin just did this. See, Bitcoin just rounded. And we got a green candle on the daily. We did not get a green candle on the Dow. Dow still pointing down. It's an interesting idea. It's an interesting concept. All right. Let's see if we have anything green. Let's do a deep dive here on the markets. Let me go to my obscure coins and my personal idea. I'll go to KuCoin. I'll look at coin market cap, and we'll do a bit of a deep dive here and see what's cracking. Could I have my phone back when I get a chance? Could I have my phone when you get a chance? My wife snapped my phone. My beautiful, wonderful wife. I love my wife. She's so sweet. Who's that? Who's that? Oh my gosh. That was amazing. Okay, so check it out. I just want to sign in using my two-factor authentication here. I'm going to look at KuCoin. We're going to see the obscure coins on KuCoin. Every day there's always something popping. We'll take a look at it for you right away. Then we're also going to look at, oh yeah, that's invalid. Sorry, give me 1 second here. How about Joe Burrow? He couldn't do it. He had it, dude. I mean, 2 plays and they were about to hit that field goal. I thought we were going to go into overtime. That's why I pushed my live stream till later, because I was like, man, this might go into overtime. And I was like, and then, then I'll be battling with that. So I was like, don't make it too early. So I gave myself that extra hour, even though the game ended, because I wanted to make sure that in case it went into overtime, right? So look, these are the obscure coins here that you may never even hear about. DataX right now up 51%, right? Selfkey up 22%. Populous PPT up 18%. Capacity up 5%. Wallchain, Wax, Gas, IOTX, Terra, 1inch, Ambrosius, and we'll move on from there, okay? Now we'll also take a look here at coin market cap to see what's cracking in the game. Coin market cap. And I look at 24 hours, I see what's up. So Mina Protocol, banging on them, 6%. The Internet Computer, oh man, that thing's... And Wax finally getting a bit of a move, 3%. IOTX back of the game too. So these are strong coins. Symbol have been moving. Symbol and NEM kind of had a little thing together. You could get Symbol if you held NEM. Solana back below $100. I think anything below 80 for Solana is undervalued. Anything below 60 for Avalanche is undervalued. Even if you get to 40, I mean, wow. Theta Fuel. So we're seeing some signs of life here. It's not completely red. You can see Dominance gave away last night. That showed some signs of life. Trending is Gala as well. They got Gala trending at 29 cents, because it's got Snoop Dogg. And then you got, Snoop Dogg was out there last night. Gala made a deal with Gala Music and Snoop Dogg, $5,000 for a Snoop Dogg NFT. Probably a good look, though. I think that's something that you could probably resell for life. I think it's a good look. A couple people in my group bought one. Crypto Stash said he bought a couple. So, hey, if you have $5,000 lying around for a Snoop NFT track, you now own the NFT to a Snoop Dogg track. Pretty crazy, right? And five grand's kind of, if you think about it, Pretty interesting, right? So let's move forward here into the alt space. It's now the alt show. We've changed it from the fundamental show into the alt show. That's what happens at 11 o'clock. So from 10 to 11, we break down the markets. From 11 to 12, we go down through the alts and we really get into what's happening. Can we find some nitty gritties? Can we get that movement? So wing booming on them. There's key banging on them a little bit, right? How that it fell out of there. I don't trade on Sunday night, Monday morning, high volatility. XVS getting a little bit of love here. Starting to flip there on the daily time frame. Let's take a look at what we see here. A little too high on the 1 hour. Almost everything's probably going to be overbought on the 1 hour and on its way on the 4 hour, just like Bitcoin right now. So just be careful. Profit time was probably when you woke up this morning, and now it's kind of, we're in sideways behavior. SRK finally making a bit of a move. Everything I kind of was sniffing out was getting close to that one there. See that? It's getting close to it. That's a clean breakout for SRK to the upside. However, almost everything is struggling on the daily time frame. Ooh, this is not. That looks nice. Daily moving up. So this is something you want to look at. All right. Why is that? Well, because it had a low, made a previous low. And again, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not telling you what to do. But just, this is something I personally would give a little research to and see what's happening. A bit of a cup and handle here. As you got your cup. Sammy cup and handle, he strikes again. Now, but anyway, take a look here. So SRK in the handle. There's resistance. It's bouncing off that resistance. The measured move, if SRK can get busy on the daily time frame here, is back up to resistance at about 2 cents is that 2 pennies? No, 2/10 of a penny. Wow, though. That's not bad of a move. That's almost 100% gains from where it's at. 76% out of SRK. I would watch that closely. It's making 3 higher lows in a row. If it can maintain that higher low, and that's what I like about it. I put a stop here. If it comes down, they either stop me out, stop hunt, or the market takes a dump and this thing goes to zero or keeps moving down. So you take a shot. I like what I'm looking at for SRK on my radar. All right. WAX starting to make a bit of a move. WAX USD, right? On Bitfinex. Interesting. Won Chain showing some signs of life. IOTX has been moving above all other coins, kind of getting some signs of life here. We got stopped out of this trade. Didn't work out perfectly. Let's take a look here. Now, we got a little pump out of it, and then it came back down. So you got a little pump. Would have had to have taken profit when you got high in the stochastics RSI. All right, but then it kind of, it's like all eyes are watching Bitcoin too. Honestly, with the Fed meeting right now, I wouldn't trade a dang thing. I would wait for this market to find whatever it's going to do. I'd wait for the news to come out, and I wouldn't, because right now you can see there's going to be a shakeup in some way, shape, or form in the market, and I'm not going to get caught either way. There's no need of me to do that. I don't need to risk my capital right now, and I don't have to, right? Look at AVAX, falling wedge, right? And we also talk about this bullish divergence, swing up to swing up. On the RSI, swing down to swing down on price action tells you that is the end. We should get a push to the upside. Also, there was a little divergence there that pushed up. However, we couldn't get it back above 97. See that resistance? And you're overbought. And then highly likely you come on down. And that's a rejection point. All right? This is for Solana. So listen. The 1 hour suggests that we might be able to short Solana with a Solana 3S on KuCoin. Sign up to KuCoin. Great place to trade any single coin in the market. I mean, they got everything. They got the new coins, the bigger coins, the blue chip, the small chip, and they really specialize in micro-cap gems that you just can't get anywhere else. So you look at this. I mean, this is a rising wedge that broke to the downside. Interesting. Kind of Bart Simpson its way. Even the short, but the short would, if you're going to play the short, it's like this. You're just going to play this flag to the upside. Nothing more, nothing less. Just something like that. Right? Wait for the 15-minute to get low, which it isn't, so I wouldn't enter the short yet. And honestly, like I showed you, the market makers on Bookmap, they got us locked in. Like, they got us locked in liquidity right now. They got orders at 42.3. They got orders at 42.9, right? And look, they got sell orders. They're trying to sell at 43.200. They're trying to bring the liquidity up here for a nice sell. So they're trying to buy down here. They bought down here. And they're trying to bring it up here for a sell. They're trying to sell at 43,200. You can see that. 42,600. They got the order books, right? They really don't have much liquidity down here that they want to go after. There's far much more liquidity up here. So tells me that it's more likely we go up, but just to snatch. It looks like they're just going to come up, snatch, make their sell, and then they come back down, right? You see the falling wedge did break out. Look, see the falling wedge? There's your bottom trend line. There's your top trend line breaking to the upside. Big volume ball coming in for Bitcoin. So very cautious today. Today, I'm not a moon boy. I'm not like, oh, let's do it. Today's the day where we watch the market very, very closely. All right? Very, very closely. And we just take it all in. Every day is a learning experience, okay? Every day is a learning experience. Okay. Can you deep dive FEG? Smart DeFi system set to fully debut tomorrow. Thanks for the TA. I mean, isn't that feed every gorilla? It's been out for a long time. I remember when it first came out. Super chats, Kadena, RSR, deep dive, FEG token. 20% drop incoming. Shout out to Apple Tech. Veracity, best project, VRA. Gonna wait till the 4-hour resets on a lot of coins and see where we're at after the meeting, etc. Exactly. Give it its time. Whatever we got out of the market this weekend, we got, right? South Carolina is a gem for sure. SC is a gem for sure. Or is that Sia coin? Dude, he was against Von Miller and Aaron Donald. Seriously. I know, right? Private chain has been moving in the right direction. I see it as a good hodl. Arr. Let's take a look at Kadena on the super chat. Thank you so much for the love. Kadena. Let's take a look at Kadena. KDA, and then we'll take a look at RSR. Now I get to put the chart up in here, and I get to look up at the chat now. There's nothing like having extra windows, right? I mean, nothing like it. What does it look? I don't know what I look like when I'm looking up there. Just wanted to see. Oh, it's not bad. I'm just looking up. Looks like I'm looking at the chart. It's kind of nice. I like it. I don't like when I'm looking over here. See that? When I'm looking, oh yeah, check this out. That throws everybody off. Like nobody can do that, right? This is like I'm looking towards the screen that you're looking at. It brings us all together. It's important because when you're doing things, it's reverse. So like I'm looking to my right, but it looks like, I don't know. It just, you got to think of these things when you're live streaming. Which way you're going to be set up on what side of the screen and why, right? I personally think it would be better almost to be here. People said they couldn't handle it. I might have to shift it. The reason why, right, it would be better to be here. Number one, I could sip my tip jar. Real easy. I could put a straw there and just like sip out of it. But the reason being is then I could do this and I could do all my TA like this and you could actually see the tickers here. See, I'm in front of the tickers. Not much information here that you're missing. What does everybody think? It would be hard for me. I'd have to kind of change it up a little bit. I'd have to move over here, change it up. I don't know. I don't know. But you would get more data. A little more data. All right. No one seems to care though. And I can always kind of move. Man, you tell me. Hey, over here. All right, so Luna. I'd watch Luna. ARPA. I mean, that's something that I've been watching closely. And I talked about it pumping to the upside. It was my coin of the night. And there it goes. Bang, bang, bang. ARPA for the win. How much did we make out of that one there? 10% out of ARPA. And now it's flagging again on the 50-minute. And touching the 21-day moving average. This coin, I don't know what's up with it. But it's beating up on Bitcoin. While the whole market dumps, this coin just keeps pumping. So we got a nice 10% out of ARPA. I posted this last night to the trading group. And we were able to pull out some gains no matter what happened in the market. And it's not done yet. Put the stop loss at break even. I put the stop loss at break even. Let this thing just run. There's a beautiful double bottom there. Dude, we traded this one to the upside. We traded that one to the upside. We traded that to the upside. This thing just is the gift that keeps on giving. And it's on Binance. You could probably trade it on Bolsa Dex as well. The left side is dope either way. Try it for a day, a Friday or Saturday, maybe low volume day, right? Moving to the other side would be great. Shout out to Deborah Hardy. You're under the live comment section, though, on a TV on the right. You're under the live oh, yeah, because they throw it to the... Oh, yeah. So it's the live comment section's got to be over there. So I just can't be over there. I gotcha. And they're pumping Bitcoin up to 42,700 now. So they're playing games, and I told you that's what they were going to do, right? You watch the order book, you can tell exactly what they're going to do. I said they're going up to 42.8. They're going to go get this. They're going to definitely get this order right here. Like, for sure, they're going to sell it there. There's a bunch of liquidity. So they're going up to 42.8. They're going to see what they could do. Hilarious, right? We can see the on-chain data immediately and see exactly where the order is on the liquidity and this is what a market maker sees. I mean, this is why Bookmap's amazing, right? I need my lifer on the right. The left side is dope either way. Yeah, let's go. Some people will have for me, I don't do well with change, right? So ARPA still looking bullish to me. It's up 10% already and moving. So ARPA still looking bullish, resetting on the 15-minute. Okay. However, it's overbought on the 1 hour. I'd watch that flag for sure. But the 4 hour wants to pump on it too. So let this 1 hour find its way. See what's going on. But again, trade is still valid. I was still able to find 10% out of the market in the most sketchy of times. Insane. Shout out to all the awesome testimonials. I read these. They really make my life. No one's perfect, but I told you before, and I'm telling you again, I've been in crypto 5 years, and I've been looking to learn TA. Watch many videos. Nothing comes near you. Best part is you keep it simple. I saw you on Tone Vay's show, and that's how I got to know you. Phantom has changed my life in so many ways. Profits allowed me to pay off my mortgage, take a 2-week vacation in Puerto Rico, and add 0.5 Bitcoin to my stash. So happy I found your channel. Keep up the good work. I mean, that's insane. I mean, that's awesome. Right? That was me listening to Crypto Banner. I went from 80K in profit to 60K down. Never listen to their Moon Boy advice again, but I'll make money back following the lifer. I've been mining crypto for some time now. My profits have basically been at mercy of ETH market. After deciding now to educate myself on trading and the greater crypto market, I saw the lifer on BitBoy and dug into his historical accuracy of his TA. Impressive accuracy. Signed up to be a lifer and set aside small learning bag. In the past 7 days, my learning bag has doubled the gains of my HODL ETH bag. Very happy so far and looking forward to growing my skills with this amazing community. Just read the testimonials. They go on and on and on and on. I like reading them. They make me happy, so I'm reading a few. I watched Moon Boys for 2 years now, and I must admit, I made some good investments, and I'm in profit. What was always frustrating, though, was they could never see the market shifting, and I lost out on unrealized profits. Sam is teaching us how to read the tea leaves. Thank you, Sam. Anytime, man. Appreciate each and every one of you for saying things like that to me. You have no idea what that does for me and how that changes my perspective on life. Really gets me going and gets me motivated, so I appreciate it. How do you find that order book? That's Bookmap. You got to sign up for Bookmap and pay for it. It is a paid service, but by all golly gee oh my, what an amazing paid service it is. And I don't mind paying for a service if it really, really brings it, you know? Really, really brings it. Okay. Let's take a look at SLP. It's been hot recently. Been the only thing to trade really that's been like worth flipping on. Smooth Love Potion. And it is breaking out and looking nice right now. Look at this Smooth Love Potion here. And we talked about this trade here. It went up for sure. So that's a trade. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. And a nice 27% gains out of Smooth Love Potion had you taken that call. So we put this out the other day. I said it's breaking out. It's making a flag, and it was low in the stochastics. I said I would open up a trade there on Smooth Love Potion. I like what I was seeing there. 27% gains out of SLP. It's not bad at all. I mean, with the market the way it is, bang, 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 bang. That chart did it. SLP for 27% gains. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. All trying to move. I'm telling you, they could get a bit of a push up here because of what we're seeing for the Bitcoin dominance, right? So we could kind of shift this right back to where we're at. Make this a smaller scalp because you never really know. That brings you right back to resistance. SLP, 38% coming on the 1 hour. However, look at the 4 hours it beat. No, it's actually in a good spot. So I like what I'm seeing here for SLP. It could give damage, especially with that Bitcoin dominance falling off. SLP gets that bit of a move here. Watch SLP. It's been good to us. It's been good to us. It's been good. Use that 200-day moving average coming through the pattern. 13% gains to get 38. That's a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I like what I'm seeing for Smooth Love Potion. And again, this thing has been on fire. And when you see a flag after it breaks out of a falling wedge, it's a good sign. And it's actually, decoupled a little bit from Bitcoin, doing its own thing. However, Bitcoin takes a huge dump. Everything will go stagnant or dump. Trust me. It could be the one coin that pumps, but you never know. You never know. Someone just wrote Bitcoin moving, guys. Green. This isn't where you want to say stuff like that. Abu, I appreciate you so much. Awesome. But this is where testimonials are, where you just people say like their experience with the lifer. So yeah, it would be cool. Just don't write like random comments in there if you can't. If you can, not the place for that. It will be deleted as such. Okay. So here, SLP USDT getting up here, 38% gains coming out of SLP. If it can make, there's a chance. Nothing's guaranteed, just a chance. Fed's Bulliard says the central bank's credibility is on the line and needs to front load rate hikes. I mean, St. Louis Fed President James Bulliard told CNN on Monday that he thinks the Fed needs to push the interest rates up quickly. Our credibility is on the line here, he said. They've already lost credibility. Don't you get it? We know you have no power, dude. You're not the freaking banking system. Bitcoin is a better banking system. People are reading Money Masters. They know that the Federal Reserve is a private entity. We're getting privy to your tricks, guys. We don't want to live in this same society anymore. We're done. The people are done. We're done. Like, we're done with everything. Like, you can see it everywhere. Like, it's all one thing. It's not just like, and I'm not even going to mention it, but all that together is one thing. It's all one. The banking system. You do this, do that. You. No, the people are the ones in the power. The people are the ones who make the laws. The people. You work for us when you go into office. We vote you in. When did we vote someone in that would, it's like voting someone in that whips you. Like, when did we vote people in that whip us, man? Like, all around the world, like everywhere, I'm seeing people get treated like complete garbage. I can't believe it. I stand for love and life, and I would never treat somebody like that. Never. I'll tell you what right now. If you're a bully, come see me and my lifers, because we don't do well with bullies. We don't like bullies. So you want to bully people? You want to be a bully? Not a good look. Not a good look on my turf. I don't like bullies, man. I see too many people getting bullied. That's why I come here every day on this channel. I'm trying to free people from this horrible banking cartel. Enough is enough. Thank God the Fed's using their credibility. They never had any to begin with. It's a fraud, man. It's a fraud. Research history. You will find the truth. The truth will set you free. I'm sorry to get emotional about it, but I am passionate about what I teach. I'm an historian of the economy. I've been studying the world economy for a long time. I've categorized it all. I memorized 90% of what I read. I'm telling you right now, enough is enough. I'll tell you right now, Ukraine, that's all fake too. Even Putin has come out and said it. This is like, why is the West creating news that's not real? He even said it himself, right? He even said it himself. They had Ned Price on asking him, who said this? He's like, we told you. They're like, who told you? He's like, we told you that. And they're like, okay, who else told us? And the guy's like, we told you. And he's like, all right, well, who told us what? He's like, well, we told you. And he's like, okay, so you told us. Like, where is the credible data? Dude can't even, he's got the same last name as me. I'm disgraced. He has my last name. Anyway, SLP moving up to the upside here. 38% gains coming on. Another thing, research Russia, and you'll find that the tanks need hard ground. If the spring comes and they don't get a winter, they're not going to go in there because they need hard ground for military missiles. If the ground gets soft, it's not good for the tanks, and it's not good. So research that stuff. It's all there for you, man. It's in strategic. He needs harder ground to move into Ukraine. Okay? If the ground is soft, it's not going to be a good look for all his mechanics and stuff. It's just something you want to research. Okay? They're going to crash the money and blame it on an EMP or RC. Federal emergency meeting over. And let's take a look at the Fed emergency meeting. What are they doing? Summer says Fed net and meetings right now, end of QE. Funny, Valentine's Day massacre, right? Okay, so the closed board meeting on February 14th. The government is in the sunshine meeting notice, advance notice of a meeting under the expedited procedures. It is anticipated the closed meeting of the Board of Governors on the Federal Reserve System at 11:30 a.m. on Monday will be held under expedited procedures as set forth in the section 2061B7 of the board rules regarding public observation of meetings at the board office at 20th Street and C Streets, Northwest DC. The following items of the official board business are tentatively scheduled to be considered at that meeting. Review the determination of the board governors of the advance and discount rates to be changed by the Federal Reserve. I'm telling you right now, whatever they do, they're going to ruin. They've already ruined the economy. Don't you get it? They put us on a banking system that creates fractional reserve lending. They've created too much currency in the background. Now, had they only used it, they still were a manipulative system, but the system could have swung had they not printed so much behind our backs. But they printed way too much. They got way too greedy, my friends. They got way too greedy. That's the issue here. And now they don't have any board. There's no room. There's no room left. I've been studying this for years. This is why I'm into Bitcoin. I'm telling you right now, people like us will eventually run this country. The blockchain providers of the world, people that understand blockchain, people that understand the economies, and will be able to get us out of this zone. I mean, but it will take some time. It'll take some time. Look at this Eddie visual. This is pretty crazy. Music by Yoslap. This one's special one. Thank you to everyone supporting. That's so funny. I don't want to play the music because I don't want to get copyright, but like, look, see, you can sit in your Bored Ape and you can play video games sitting in your Bored Ape. This is so funny. Look at this NFT. And then he has the little Pepe the Frog next to him. Broken Sea. That's funny. Killing time with Pepe with Broken Sea and their incompetent employees scramble to get. That's funny. Yeah, the issue is if Ukraine joins NATO, not a good look. Number one, it wouldn't be a good look in the long run, but that's what they're trying to push. Matt Damon pushing. Look, cryptocurrency and Matt Damon trending today, right? Ukraine reinforces ambitions to join NATO. I don't think they ever wanted to in the first place. That's going to be an issue because if that happens, that's going to... So it's not... Russia isn't trying to invade Ukraine. You see? They're trying to force Ukraine to join NATO, which is going to pressure Russia into feeling like it's getting surrounded. You see? So it's the other way around. They're trying to make Russia the aggressor. Russia is just waiting to see what goes on with NATO and Ukraine. Don't listen to the news. They're not telling you the story, man. You can read right through the news, too. Like, through their fake news. What? It's affecting the world economy and the market. What? What? I can't talk about the war? It's affecting the world economy right now. My wife says I can't talk about it. Like, I don't know. I got 400 likes. I'm getting the most likes I ever had, babe. Like, this is what people want to hear. Like, they don't want to hear garbage. They don't want to be lied to, man. They're sick of being lied to. You know? Anyway. Trey lost 34 pounds on that set. That's funny, man. We'll be launching on NFT Marketplace February 24th. Super Bowl announcement. 10,000 random people who logged into Coinbase via our QR code during the September will receive a free NFT. Wow. That's crazy. People. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Look, he had like... So funny. That's pretty cool. First ever custom one-on-one rug radio Genesis NFT outfit. Halftime show, baby. It's pretty cool, right? Where my Vans go, Super Bowl edition. That's funny. Cryptocurrency, man, trending after the Super Bowl. Unbelievable. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige performing. It was awesome, man. It was like, for people like me, celebrating OVR minting 70 overlands, metaverse spatial domains on Polygon. We're giving away $100 in tokens to 3 lucky winners. Oh, $100. Oh, that's funny. You got to give away more than that. Like, come on. I do like OVR, though. OVR is a hot project. Let's see if OVR is pumping on that news. SLP is hot right now. SLP is hot right now. Focus on the hot coin. She's married to a real philosopher. Sometimes the truth hurts. You're doing well. Your wife is right. Wifer needs lemon water. Wife is boss. I can't with these celebs. Central banks, digital coins coming. They have to set up the right environment in order for people to accept it. Imagine if Mexico joined BRICS. We would be losing our minds. Funny, you know what BRICS is. I first learned about what BRICS was in the streets of New York. Someone handed me this pamphlet, and they were like, they're going to break free, blah, blah, blah. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. Anyway, back to cryptocurrency. Central bank digital coins coming. They usually create a scare. What they're going to do is what they want to do is they want to create a depression, and they want to tell you that the central bank coin is going to save the depression. They've been doing the same thing for years. They crash every market, and then their new system they tell you is, oh, the old system crashed because it wasn't working right, but this is going to work better than that. So take this one. People are going to be like, nah, dude, I'm going to be buy Bitcoin, man. And they're going to be like, damn. I'm telling you, man, Bitcoin represents something so much bigger than itself. Once you're on the right side of history, you can start seeing what's happening, and you know where you're at. You know where you're at. That's why I know where all my lifers are at. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at Kadena, KDA. After that huge pump to the upside, I mean, that was a nice swing for Kadena. A nice swing. I mean, up to 10 beans, right? A nice swing. Thought it would hold that level. It could not, right? Big deal that it would hold 827. Now it does a bit of a double bottom here, but oversold in the 4 hour. Again, it didn't get above. Everything's following Bitcoin. Remember, we already went over Bitcoin. That's your coin, right? Bitcoin couldn't get above resistance. Kadena is struggling to get above resistance, all right? Bitcoin being trapped now between liquidity at 42.6 and 42.8. They got it, or 42.3 and 42.6. They got it trapped. So look for us to go to 42.3, maybe on a wick, or to grab that liquidity. Then they're going to probably bring it right back down, all right? Let's take a look at this, though. Kadena. I mean, I do see the bullish divergence that Bitcoin was in, and Bitcoin did break out of it, but you didn't get above a previous high. So you got the bullish divergence here. You pumped on out, but you got rejected by the high. So now you can make your next support, and if you break those, you're going down, right? Like you didn't really. So let's move this trend line here. Something like this, and it is breaking out. That's a breakout. And so how do I watch that? I mean, you got to go to a smaller time frame and just build the flag. Again, the 15-minute busted out of a lot of these, but this is kind of what you're seeing. So this is what you see. Could the 15-minute push out up? It says it wants to break out of this falling wedge. It's getting some momentum right now. So again, now you're back to support and resistance. If the 15-minute can fly and get you above this level or this level, highly likely it's just this level, then you're going to look for a flag on the 1 hour somewhere up in here. So you're going to pump up. Then you're going to look for the flag here on the 1 hour. You're going to look for the 21-day moving average to come into play. And that's basically your best case scenario. And then you're going to continue on out. However, if you don't and you get resisted by here, look for more downside. So, and you're overbought right now on the 1 hour. Worst time to get into a trade, right? I don't open trades when the 1 hour is high. And you can backtest this theory. 1 hour is high here, dump. You know, 1 hour got high right there, was curving, dump. 1 hour got high right here, dump. 1 hour got high right there, dump. 1 hour right there, dump, dump. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times told you probably wasn't a good look to open up a trade right now, right? So me personally wouldn't open up a trade right there. Wouldn't be my look. You do whatever makes you happy, but that's not my look. That's not my idea, right? Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Do you have a deep dive? Do you have a coin you want to go over? Do you have something to dream about, to talk about? Or is everyone kind of everyone's in shock and awe with this Fed meeting? Who are they, man? Who are they? A private entity, really, to make us run around like this? Our forefathers would be freaking crying in their graves right now. Like, Thomas Jefferson would be so upset. Abraham Lincoln would look at us all in disgust that we gave away our country the way we did. I'm telling you right now, they tried so hard to keep us where we were, and they just... So let's take a look at RSR and FEG token. We'll do a deep dive on FEG, RSR, and Shiba Inu. Let's take a look at what's happening with SHIB. I mean, no coin's going to get away from this move if we get a pounding. I'm just telling everybody, like... So here, SHIB's actually doing pretty good right now if you look at it, right? Because what it did was it was down here in the dumps. Broke out really nicely. It's got the Metaverse project coming out, which is actually pretty promising. The SHIBverse seems to have a lot of people talking about it, right? SHIB's flagging out right now. Not too shabby. Not too bad. We're going to take an impulse move here from down here, up here on the Fibonacci level. We bounced off the 0.5. Great. Now we're at the 382. Really good sign. If that level's hold, we can continue to move to the upside. However, 4 hours flipping sideways here, pushing up. 4 hours showing signs of life, bouncing off the 382. 1 hour needs to come on down and kind of find its way. Again, that's the flag that we always kind of look at. But like most things too, what the 15-minute is pumping on a lot of coins. It's interesting. 15-minute is showing signs of life, and we're bouncing off support. So almost every coin is kind of breaking out on the 15-minute. That tiny little cup and handle. Cup and handle, what? Hey, calm it down. The meeting's over. The meeting happened already. It was at 11:30 a.m. The meeting's right now. The meeting is right now. The meeting is absolutely right now. It's a private meeting, though. I don't think we can get any, they're going to come out and tell us what they talked about during the private meeting. So, SHIB might push on the 15-minute. Look for it to get above resistance if that's the case. And then, see if it can hold above 381. 3080. That's what we're looking for. Fed holds immediate meeting to end asset purchases. February 11th. And that was, we already kind of looked at that, right? That was the 2-minute read. And, see, wow, man, them trying to say that that people are losing faith. I mean, we never should have had faith in the first place, This is what happens when systems change. The people that are holding it try to keep it where it is, but eventually we will grow and evolve. The whole system will change. All of us will change. The human race will evolve. We won't see things the same way. We won't be held down by the same pulls. Thankful for this Monday. Can you take a look at EGLD, please? Anytime, Danny Reyes. Thank you for coming on in. Danny, thank you so much for your email when you joined. I got a really good vibe from you when you joined. Appreciate you, Danny. I usually don't my team usually responds, but I was able to respond to your email personally. I was up late at night. I actually put you in the group. I haven't put anyone in the group in a long time, but I was up late at night, and I saw that you joined, and I said I could do a little work for my front office. Super Chat, RSR, take a deep dive on FEG token and EGLD. Let's take a look at EGLD, my favorite coin. I'll take a look at RSR as well. And look, we're starting to get a little move on SHIB. SHIB is pushing up here. 15-minute does want to push to the upside. SHIB. However, don't get your hopes up. We got to get above these bigger areas of resistance really to be, and Bitcoin's really got to do something different, right? So FEG is feed every gorilla. It came out. It was a tiny little coin when it first came out. We knew about it the day it came out. It actually did really well. Got a lot of love. People loved it. But then it crashed like all the meme coins did, We're going to copy that contract address. We're going to go over to DEX Screener. DEX Screener is really where you're going to want to find all these coins that have contract addresses. You got Moonbeam, Aurora, Phantom Avalanche, Polygon, and more. And really anything you need. Hit that search button. It's fast. It works amazing. Whoever set up this site and got it done, appreciate you guys. You did a really, really good job. Shout out to the team over at DEX Screener. Amazing team. So signs of life for FEG tokens. Starting to make a bit of a move here. Interesting. It's been a while. It's been dead for a while to see it kind of come back to life. So if we look at Fed here, we're at the Wix. It didn't come out July 29th unless they did a new contract or something happened with the contract. Maybe they rebuilt themselves. I don't know. Seems to be coming out from the bottom of the depths, but this coin's been out for a long time. I knew this coin when it first came out. Andrew Jackson versus the banksters. You're a den of vipers. I know. Passive income, security, and accessibility. From investing to earning passive income or even creating your own secure token, our ecosystem has you covered. Trade on FEG Exchange. Multi-chain, smart swap, F-wrapping, staking, auto developer, and gas rebates. FEGX is built on an unmistakably unique and innovative system of rewards known as FW Wraps. FEG token. Buy on FEGX. Wow, they did come up with their own exchange. They did all the things they said they were going to do. When Fed first came out, Fed came out around the same time as Smart Moon, really, almost a year ago now. It's crazy how this has been a year long, like with these crazy new coins and the meme coins and all that. It's insanity. Word, I only go to PooCoin if I want to look at the biggest buys and sales now. Or maybe I missed how to do that on Screener. I thought it was right here. Dex Screener's got it right here, bro. See on the bottom? You just hit this, kind of hover here and scroll this on up. They got all the buys and sells right there, baby. You don't need to go to PooCoin no more. They got it, man. They got it. They got you. They got you, Stack. They got you, baby. All right. Let's take a look at RSR. Really good coin. I don't own it, but I believe it's got a good following. It could do, a social media coin in a way. So where is it? It's funny to see these coins, though. It's just, wow. It's almost like a big descending triangle in a way. Wow, this thing got beat to the ground, back to a penny. Went all the way to 12 cents. RSR. It can't break out. There's your measured move, but at the same time, I mean, yikes. That's like trying to scrape gum off the street, right? Now, I won't take this seriously till it gets above 2 cents, really. Like, that's that, I need to see support and resistance hold and start showing the signs of life. You got a little bit here. Okay. You got a little bit here. The daily is actually resetting on this one. Says it wants to pop. Interesting. Sketchy market right now, though, for sure, right? 4 hours pushing up. 1 hour's overbought. Like, the entire market's overbought in the 1 hour. Everything. So you don't open up trades when the 1 hour's low. When the 1 hour's high, we already kind of went over this. When I mean the 1 hour's high, I'm talking about the stochastics. That's usually what I'm referring to. Okay. Phantom for your boy. Held support through the night. Shout out to Jimmy Phillips. Let's take a look at Phantom for my boy. Let's look at Phantom here on KuCoin on Binance. 194, unbelievable what it did. It tried to bounce back out. And look, I had it in this falling wedge that would break down. It basically did. Almost hit my measured move there at 176. Phantom struggling. You know what's sad about it is, look, let's go to the daily time frame or the 3-day chart. What I don't like is, now, if you compare this, the total market cap is high on the 3-day, right? But this is ready to rock. Phantom, like, their ecosystem is building up. I believe there's going to be something brewing with Phantom. And when they do reset this economy, we're going to see something. And these are the coins that are going to take the movement, is Phantom, man. There's a cup and handle for Phantom right there. Sammy Cup and Heady. Sammy Cup and Heady strikes again, baby. Strikes again. Yes, he did it. He did it. He did the handle. He made it. I saw her live. Oh, my God. All right, so look at this. So we can see here we're getting rejected by $2.38. Rejected here and rejected here. $3.50. And here at 190. Here at 128. All right. 3-day chart. Bang, bang, bang. All right. So, holding strong support on the 3-day. 3-day came all the way back down, and we didn't give it. It didn't like reset too bad. Last time I wanted one of these. We got a little smaller, but not too bad. I like to accumulate on the 3-day chart. It's a beautiful place. If we hold above 194 and we never go below it, we're going to be great. If we break below it, look for Phantom to get to 132. That's going to be a bailout. That's also a bit of a double top, is it not? I mean, that's a double top. Textbook double top. Could end up being a giant M pattern. Phantom back to 12 cents. That would be the saddest day in the world, right? That would be hard for a lot of people. Is that going to happen? I don't think so. However, I don't know. I don't use the word think in trading. I don't know. Anything is possible. You have to believe that everything is possible. I gave up on like, oh, it couldn't or it would have. I used to get stuck in that. And my mind just was like, you have to realize that trading isn't just about learning this technical analysis. Like, you're going to learn it, all right? You're going to figure it out. You're going to get in the zone. But then, and look, didn't I tell you that they were going to go grab their liquidity at 42.8? Didn't I say that? I said they're going to go up to 42.8. They're going to go grab it. And what did they do? They were just at 42.8. They went and snatched it. I'm telling you right now, this is what they do. Now it looks like they're going to go to 43.6. Try to sell it off. Okay? So, Monday morning volatility. It is what it is. Monday morning volatility. It's beautiful, isn't it? Love these Monday morning poundings that we get every bullish momentum here. Look at this. Bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing. So again, it's almost like everything else. We had the bullish divergence, but we didn't break the previous resistance. So you got bullish divergence, but you're not breaking above $2. So until you do, we're in trouble. All right, we can continue to trend to the downside. The falling wedge broke up. You got nothing. You got wick too on the sell. So there's a lot of fear in this market. A lot of people are just like, I'm going to hang out on the dollar right now. I'm going to hang out in Tether right now. I'm going to chill out. So I'd watch Phantom closely. It's got to get back above 2 beans. If it doesn't, sad to say, but this thing could gap down pretty fast. Look, there's a fast gap right back down here to 177 and then right back down to 152. That would be tough to swallow. Is it true about fake Ethereum news? I don't know, man. You guys can research. I'm sure you can research news on your own. You can Google it and you can read a bunch of different things. You can get there, my buddy. You'll figure that out. I have faith in you guys. I do. People ask me questions like I'm a superhuman being that has like access to like some quantum computer. I'm just a dude like you, right? I'm just a human like everybody on this live. I put my pants on one leg at a time like everybody else here. If I even have pants on. I do actually though, just so you know. Oh. Oh, so silly. Anyway, so MATIC wants to push up to the upside. It broke support. 160. Oh, MATIC. Man, this market was doing so good. Everything was up and booming and just. Hey, we could. Are you ready if we enter a multi-year bear market? Are you ready for that? I'm not the moon boy. I'm not telling everyone we're going to 100K guaranteed. I suggest things in the technical analysis that are possible. People take that as that, oh, I'm a moon boy. Like if I showed a cup in hand on the weekly right now and said it's going to 80K, they'd be like, oh, he's saying it's going to 80K. No, I'm not. I'm showing the technical analysis conveys. Like right now, this conveys will go to 238. Are we going there? I don't know. Possibilities are at hand. Can we bounce off 151 and get that support one more time? MATIC, right? Tough. Let's take a look at EGLD from my man. EGLD, thank you so much for the super chat and the love. EGLD. Okay. And I make most of my trades at KuCoin, but EGLD, let's check it out here on Binance. 3-piece suit on top. Can you look at DOGEDASH website? It's a play to earn. The founder is a Grammy-nominated director, Paul Kaslin. DOGEDASH has been changing lives globally and will help drive mass adoption. It's funny. I mean, I'll show you something. I get hit up all the time. You'd be surprised how much I know. I was told about this coin like when it first came out. Let me see if I can find the actual conversation and have the timestamp, right? Stu was telling me about DOGEDASH a long time ago. Like a long time ago. We'll take a look at it. I mean, I wasn't a fan because it's like, come on, man. Why did he... It would be so much better if he named it like Flash Mesh or just his own name, you know? Take the Doge name out of it and people won't think it's a random meme coin, right? A simple play to earn crypto, blah, blah, blah. DOGEDASH price today, coin market cap. I'm going to take a look at the chart on the BEP20, right? I see some nasty wickage that looks like some rug pull. I don't know. I don't trust any of these people. Thank you for the $25 super chat. Much respect to you and yours. But you can't buy me to tell you, you know, and I know you're not doing that. I know you're a respectful dude. I like you. I just don't want to make any bad air. Thank you so much for the super chat. That's very nice of you. $25. Very, very nice. Let's say, I mean, it's taken off today. It's got a bit of a love here. But again, like to me, it's just a meme coin, man. Like, I'm all set on this thing. Look at this thing. Look at the wicks. Like, that's just like, this is rug pull territory, man. I'm all set, man. I appreciate the $25 super chat. Much love to you and yours. Good luck to DOGEDASH and good luck to Paul Kaslin and whatever he's doing. Yeah, so 400 likes, man. Let's go for 500 people. 500 likes, man. Wow. Can you check NEAR protocol? We'll take a look at NEAR and XRP for sure. The Fed meeting is right now, like right now as we speak. But it's private. We can't really watch it or talk about it. I'm trying to get information on it. I'm trying to deep dive on it. If I get someone to do a deep dive on the back end in my group and then send me some links, it'd be cool. Crypto Muser, could you get a, could you like maybe DM me on Telegram and we get something going? Vulcan Forge, our baby Vulcan Forge might make a bit of a move, getting a little bit of love here. Let's take a look at Vulcan Forge. EGLD, let's break down EGLD real quick. So EGLD was in a cup and handle, couldn't break on out. 1 hour pumped out, it got rejected like everything else. So the 1 hour got high and we couldn't get above previous highs. That's not a good look, okay? Look for the 4 hour to go, you know, okay, this ain't too bad. I'm just going to do my, I just get frustrated and I want to show you guys exactly what I see. So it's all eyes are watching Bitcoin, right? Like this is Bitcoin in a nutshell. Bitcoin's in the falling wedge, shoulder head, maybe a possible right shoulder. Does Bitcoin become an asset that saves us from inflation? Or does Bitcoin tank with the markets? Like, does it decouple? I believe it tanks with the markets and then it rises out of the ashes as the greatest asset on earth. And then there's really no question about it after that. And we move on from there. People really start to see what it does and why it's better than the world banking system. I pray to God every day that something gives, something breaks, that the evil people of the world will eventually let us live, let us breathe, and let us be free. You know, too many people that are so evil right now, and it's a fight for good and evil. If you can't feel it, if you can't feel the fight for good and evil, man, like I'll meet someone, like I met Rodney Robinson, and we just talked about crypto. We were going to talk about, you know, here and there, and then I see him in real person, and he's like, man, it's a battle for good and evil out here, man. And he's like, got to be vigilant. And he's like, I believe in God. And I'm like, it's so crazy. Like, he felt exactly what I felt, and we didn't have to really have a conversation about it. So look for more downside. If EGLD can't get above here, getting rejected by the 200-day moving average, also just had a death cross. Look at that. I mean, it just had a death cross. It's not a good sign. The 50 just crossed the 200 on EGLD is not a good look. That was your high there at 540. It's shady business there, right? The weekly says it's a good time to accumulate on the bigger time frames if you're willing to hold 5, 6, 7 months. Weekly says it's a great time to get back into EGLD, ride it back up to $500 bills though, but we'll see. We shall see. EGLD, man. EGLD. All right. MFT's been on my radar, fell off the wagon. MDT's been on my radar. Again, everything is watching Bitcoin in a nutshell. Today's a tough day. Today's a tough day. It really is. Look at an MDT though. See, even MDT didn't get the push. Nothing really got the push on the 1 hour last night, no matter how bullish the chart looked. What we were seeing. Like this is tight, you know. So, dang, it's a dry day. Some days are funner than others. This is a tougher day. I mean, for sure. Thank you for the $25 super chat. Really appreciate you, man. I hope DoorDash does well. I just, that chart looked horrible. Hey, DeLuca, he did just rewind a bit. D. DeLuca, how about Phantom? I just did Phantom in depth. Let's look at Vulcan Forge. Can Vulcan Forge get a bit of a push to the upside? All right. I expected a little bit of a move there. Interesting. Let's go look at the daily on PYR. And this thing is actually holding levels pretty well. If you take the impulse here, put a line here and I pull my Fibonacci to the upside. What we see is we're bouncing off the 886, getting retraced by the 706, and we're bouncing here at the 786. Shoulder, head, and shoulder forming. But again, we're caught up in the mix. We're caught up in the twist. Wow. Could be some more downside for almost every coin right now. It's just not, we're in a tough spot. 3 days super high on this. Like, it's not a good look. Okay. It's not a good look. I'm not liking it, personally. Yeah, today's a day where I'm just sitting tight. Honestly, like, I'm sitting tight. Like, And honestly, I know it's a bunch of garbage, but everyone else doesn't. So if everyone's scared by the boogeyman, even though you know there's no boogeyman, you have to, you know, for instance, if I live on a road and I know everyone's thinking something that's not true, but I know they're going to do something anyway, then it's going to affect my life, right? So, like, look at Adam in the ascending triangle on the 3-day chart. Can Adam go to $71 and do some serious damage? Only time will tell. Super chat near 4 hour. A4 BEP20. A4 BEP20? That's not too neat for me. I can't understand that. Jump. Everyone's waiting it out. I know. Everybody's just like, whoa. It makes me think of Jupe. Let's see what Jupe's doing. So Jupe started to break out again. Look at that. No stop loss got hit in the making of this trade. Jupe for another little bit of a gain here on that Fibonacci level, right? What is Jupe looking like right now? I feel like it broke out of the pattern, broke back in, still in that flag. I like what I'm seeing for Jupe. However, it's not ready yet. Wait for the retest. Watch this 1 hour reset. I'll be looking at Jupe. Jupe's had a mind of its own recently. This is something I may trade later on today. Jupe. All right. Are you guys waiting for the Fed meeting? Chris the Don, that's exactly what's happening, my friend. All eyes on the Fed meeting, my friend. All eyes on the Fed meeting. Near USDT. Let's take a look at Near protocol on KuCoin. Great place to trade. And look, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. This was an idea that we would break down to here, and we broke down right to there. 11, even further down to a 1051. So we called this breakdown for Near. Would have been a nice short on the market. We got rejected. Bang, bang, bang. Near's a great project, but again, the environment right now isn't great for any project, okay? It's a tough time. However, the daily did show signs of life as the 200 just showed up. And you're in the bullish megaphone right now, okay? Watch for Near to bounce off the bottom on the daily time frame and get some legs to the upside. It has to break this trend line. Near protocol could do some damage here to the upside. Super chat A4, a BEP20 token. I like Near, but Near's got to hold. Like, this level's a big deal for it, 1050. It breaks there, you're dabbling back with 681, right? You know, or maybe even $8. So levels to watch on the daily. You're probably overbought on the 1 hour, like everything in the game. And there you have it, right? And there's the market makers playing with the map again. I mean, you can just see they're bouncing back and forth here. They're getting tight. They're going to bring us back down to 42.3 now, back up to 43,000, just like play this game of liquidity, you know. It's mind-blowing. Now you can see that they got some big buys here at 40,700, 40,000. So they're waiting for some big buys, and then they're going to try to sell it up here at 45K. So it looks like they're trying to bring the liquidity down to 40,000, 40,700, and they're going to try to bring us back up to 45,000. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. I mean, that's what you see. Because you got a bunch of buys here and you got a bunch of sells there. Look, there's the buy liquidity. They're going to buy down there and they're going to sell up there. So if the news is negative, I'm not buying or selling on news, dude. You're out of your mind. So if the news is negative, you're selling to rebuy at a better entry unless you're holding ETH and Bitcoin under 2K and 32K. I've been holding Bitcoin under 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. 10,000. Yeah, I'm not selling any of my Bitcoin. Never. Never. How do you differentiate a bullish megaphone versus a bearish ascending, broadening wedge? That's a time for another time. That's a question for another time, man. Because I would sit here for a long time and it's 12 o'clock. Right? That's definitely like a tutoring session, but you can figure that on your own. Do your best, man. Again, everyone asks me questions as if you can't figure out everything on you. You're a human being just like me, and I'm not trying to put you down. It could sound rude. I don't mean to sound rude. I just open them up and talk about them, right? Go to Investopedia and look at those two charts together. Volatility Tiller will come around 1 p.m. Eastern. The commercial paper will come out with details into the meeting. Lifer is an amazing focused teacher. He'll teach the entire TA and pattern system that took him years to learn. Beginner's course enters as your life and system pattern experience life-changing. Enhances your live stream and Patreon experience. Yeah, when you do, that's what a lot of people tell me when they watch the beginner's course. They learn a lot, and they're able to watch the live stream with so much more clarity. Join the beginner's course tomorrow from 3 to 5 for $99 a month. I teach you everything I know about technical analysis and these charts. Break it down for you so you can build the chart just like I can and follow me along on the live stream. It'll make so much more sense, and you'll get so much more out of it for $99 a month. It'll blow your mind. If you like that, then you can join my trading group if you get enough out of it. So jump on in, get to know me, and I'd love to see you there. Come on into the live. Come on into the every Tuesday from 3 to 5, and that's New York City time. Make sure, and you can pay with cryptocurrency, which is great too. Email my wife at cryptolifers@gmail and pay with cryptocurrencies and get yourself going into that class. All right. Thank you. They remind me to do that. I'm not the best at plugging myself. I do it sometimes. I guess I do it. But I do it a lot, but I don't like doing it, if that makes any sense. I was like number 420. Shout out to Benny Boy. Thank you for doing that, man. That's the latest I ever liked. I'm long with the long night with the kiddo. No worries, Benny Boo. I appreciate you, man. Hey, you came on in. You did it. That's all that matters. EU just announced inflation stays higher short term. USA will most likely be similar. Yeah. They're not going to be able to do anything. They're going to keep saying this until they figure out a way to just create like some horrible. They're going to have to do something and they're going to blame it. We all know what they're going to do. We figured them out by now. Their consciousness has fallen. The world's consciousness has evolved so high that we can see what they're doing. And that's what it is. Shout out to the threes with the 33s, man. I see you, bro. I see that clothing line, 33s clothing line out of Boston. Hey, Sam, daily shout out to you and yours. Could the 4 hour be flipping the 1 hour now? It's possible, but I mean, the 1 hour is so high. I mean, inflation stays higher, Bitcoin will pump. I believe they're not going to say anything. They're just going to be like, we talked about some stuff that we're going to do. Yeah. We talked about some stuff that we're going to do. Bitcoin is oscillating against the stock market, which is interesting. It's decoupling today a little bit. We're seeing a move of a more risk-averse asset like gold. And that reminds me, let's take a look at gold, an ounce of gold right now. I just want to see, that will give us a little more insight into the world markets too as well. Gold holding 1862. And let's take a look here on the daily time frame. I believe gold is going to break out of this beautiful bull pennant to the upside. This is my idea for gold. Bang, bang, bang. Look at that. Gold's in a beautiful bull pennant. And when I look at it on the weekly chart, it's in a cup and handle that's been in since 2011. Look at that. Cup and handle for gold. I see gold getting all the way up here. First target is 270, 2,700. Next target is 3,315 bucks. It says we'll get there by 2025, but I think we'll get there a little earlier than that. Sam is the king of this. Praise God for his gift to this earth in Sam. For you showing up every day, you're shaping the universe, my man. Keep shining, keep grinding. The universe smiles upon you. Shout out to Juan Pablo. Much respect to you, my friend. Much respect to you. I don't think we're going to say anything crucial, just more blah, blah, blah. Exactly. Can you say something about Baby Doge? It's after Shiba's next best coin. I like Baby Doge. It's cool. We traded it here and there, but I mean, it could be it's just a meme coin, right? I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in Baby Doge. All right, everyone. I'm out of here for the day. Watch Bitcoin. I'm going to wait for these setups. Then I'm going to post. So if you're in my trading group, I'm going to watch this market, look at these setups, kind of keep see what's happening today. Definitely a sketchy day to be jumping in. I see some bearishness in the altcoins, but I do see a possible movement. There's indecision in the market. So just be careful, please. All right. A lot of days I'm like, this is exactly what I'm doing. 80% of the time, almost 90%, like 28 out of 30 days, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. There's like 2 to 5 days every once in a while in a month where I'm just like, I got to watch this market. I'm not jumping in on anything right now. So that's one of those days we're going to watch the market. Deep breath. Please don't obsessively have to be in a trade all the time. That's how you get wrecked. That's the reason a lot of people end up leaving the market. You want to do this long term. You want to make sure you can do this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now. Remember, longevity, baby, longevity. Interesting. And let's look at the Bitcoin price on Valentine's Day. It was $5 in 2012. Amazing, right? It was $25 in 2013. It was $625 in 2014. It was $249 in 2015. That was 1 year. It was less than the year before. Then it would go to $400 in 2016. This is when I started learning about Bitcoin, right in here. Then in February 14th, it would be $1,000. Then it would be $9,000 in February of 2018. Then it would be $3,500 in February of 2019. $10,200 in February 2020. $48,000 in February 2021. And now back, $42,000. Look how it just keeps going up. It was $5 9 years ago. 10 years ago, it was $5. I mean, come on now. It's now $42,000 for one asset. I mean, nothing has done that. Like, nothing. I mean, it's nuts. Bitcoin. And people still struggle with it and trying to figure out what it is and what it can do. Fascinating to me. Fascinating to me, right? Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to the lovers of life. Crypto lifers, man. We got 7773 on the chat revenue. Unbelievable. 429 likes. 285 people still watching on the live. 4,834 pullbacks with an 8-minute average watch time. That's an amazing average watch time. Unbelievable. Shout out to everyone here. Thank you for being here. I'm going to keep my people in my trading group updated with what's happening. We're going to go over this stuff together, have discussions, have a talk. We had a weekly meeting yesterday too as well. I had to have a weekly meeting with everybody yesterday. It was about a 40-minute long meeting. We went over it. We broke it down. It was recorded and posted too. So if you missed the meeting, you were able to catch it. The weekly candle needs to close green. So far, this is good what we're seeing. I like this tweezer bottoms here on the weekly candle. Again, it's a good sign that we could get a reversal after this tweezer bottom. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep the buy pressure going. Let's eat through this candle. Let's get a weekly candle to close above the wick. I would really like to see that above 45,008. But as long as we make a higher low too, we're okay for Bitcoin. 42,600 and the day goes sideways. I'll keep you updated with the Fed meeting. And nothing much else to say today. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Stay positive. Remember, nobody knows how great you are but you. If you're planning on doing something amazing, start it today. Don't wait. You got to keep it moving today. You can and you will do it. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. At the end of every live stream, I say 1, 2, 3, crypto is life. We're going to say that right now. If you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. 1, 2, 3, crypto is life. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I truly feel blessed to be here every day. And it's not easy. Some days are harder than others. Some days it's awesome to be a part of the pump. Other days we're iffy. It's up and down. But at the end of the day, I'm so blessed. So I'm back in the studio. I'm going to sit here and grind. This is where I'll be all day, doing my thing, getting the charts up for you guys, working super, super hard, 16, 18 hours a day, non-stop. Thank you for being here. I love you all. Have a great night. Have a great day. Trade safe. I'll see you on the next live stream tomorrow. Peace. No, that's 6 screens. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a screen there. 5, 6 screens. 6 screens.